Hi, Dr. Sati. How are you?
I'm great.
We're talking about a topic close to all of us, which is stress, and how do we handle it. So, before we could
Absolutely.
start, give a quick introduction about yourself so that our audience is aware of your expertise and they know that where are they heading to when they're talking about solving their problems.
Okay, so I'm Dr. Stuti Nilesh Patil. I'm currently based in Nagpur. I am a naturopathic physician and I'm also a neuro-CBT practitioner and an educator. I've been in the field of mental health for 10 plus years now, and my qualifications, I have pursued them from the USA, the UK, and the Philippines. And so that is a brief introduction about me.
Great. So we have our questions already, which have started. So I think I will address the first question that our viewer has asked. How do they actually know that they're in stress?
Your body gives you signal when you're in stress. So it really depends the intensity of your stress, because most of the times our body is already operating on a sympathetic system which is in the stress mode, because it is very much hyper vigilant and it keeps on looking for where is the stress. So basically we are in the stressful state all the time, but it gets triggered according to the situation. And what happens is that it depends from person to person. A person, the heart rate may increase in the stressful situation. So suppose if they are not expecting a certain situation to happen, or if they've received a phone call, an expected phone call, or anything as a matter of fact, the heart rate increases, the pulse rate increases, your the blood level, the oxygen is not reaching your brain, you feel hazy. So these are all the symptoms, but most of the time you feel so tense and you're getting worked up. Sometimes even you may start sweating as a matter of fact. So it's different for every person, because it all depends on the intensity of the stress level, the trigger.
Right.
So yeah.
So I think everybody has their own trigger points, as you rightly said. So how, I mean, I'm sure every body reacts differently to different kind of situations that happen across us. Does location also affect our stress levels?
Okay. So, if we are talking about the location, not necessarily, because, well, again, then it also depends, Suppose if we are transitioning, if we are in the transitioning mode, then definitely locating from one place to the other can definitely cause stress levels, because many factors are involved in it. You're living behind your comfort zone. You're going to transition to a new zone. Then that is meeting with the new people. Suppose, for example, let's take workplace. That is location also, right? Moving from one, workplace and shifting to the other workplace, which could be in a different location. So then that can definitely trigger your stress level, because then everything is going to be new for you. So you have to restart. You have to restart the whole entire process of getting acclimatized to that particular location. So yes, the answer is even the location can trigger your stress level.
Perfect. So, Dr. Soti, we have a lot of questions coming. So, let me just pick up one of those questions and address from one of our viewers. So, there is a question that does breathing exercise, what kind of breathing exercise we can do to calm ourselves down?
Very good question. In fact, just before coming live, I was in a session training on the correct breathing exercise. So basically, when we are in stress, what happens is that our body muscles, nerves, they get restricted. And at that time, we need a perfect breathing system, but it also follows with a technicality that we need to stimulate our vagus nerve. Okay, so vagus nerve stimulation exercise, because vagus nerve is called as a software in terms of helping us to shift from the sympathetic to the parasympathetic. So for that, a perfect breathing exercise to stimulate that will be the diaphragmic breathing, not the lungs, but the diaphragmic breathing, inhaling at the count of 4, holding it, and slowly releasing at the count of 10. So one, two, or you can do the reverse counting as well. So that is a perfect way of breathing in order to shift you from the sympathetic to parasympathetic, where you are stimulating the vagus nerve and telling your body nerves to just calm down, to ease. That's when then your brain will start functioning again when you do that kind of breathing.
Perfect. So there are a lot of breathing exercises which I see on the applications as well, and we've tried to incorporate a few in the Beyond Lifestyle app for people to kind of enjoy. Also, I mean, with experts like you, sort of make a little better in terms for people to actually practice something which is healthier for them also in future.
Great.